In the last week or so, Manchester United has been working harder in the kitchen than Walter White to deliver the fans something special. With the signings of Matheus Cunha and Brian Mpumo, I already thought Manchester United had done a great job of bringing in players who fit Amorim's vision, but the club has decided to take it a couple steps further, adding Benjamin Sesko to the list of incomings. I really don't think anyone saw this coming, especially since United went from being broke boys to all of a sudden getting their credit card limit increased. Not only that, but United have reached out to Carlos Baleba's representatives over a possible move that would actually be a revolutionary midfield signing for United. Now, the possibility of us signing Baleba this window is kind of slim, but in the words of the Saiyan Prince Vegeta, "Don't underestimate us!" In this video, I want to share my thoughts on all of the madness and remind Manchester United fans to still remain cautiously optimistic, because these signings will still come with risks and will require a lot of patience. So I'm sure you guys have all read the reports, you've seen the tweets, and you felt the general mood shift amongst United fans in the past couple of days, if not weeks. Now, this general excitement in a transfer window is long overdue for the club and for its fans, but let's be real, Manchester United is not foreign to spending the big bucks on shiny new toys. Back in 2014, Manchester United had an extremely top-heavy team after completing the signings of Angel Di Maria and Radamel Falcao, who teamed up with Robin van Persie, Wayne Rooney, and Juan Mata. But just because you have a bunch of goal scorers and creators doesn't automatically guarantee success. I brought up this squad because of the similarities I found between then and now. The issue with Louis van Gaal's squad was a lack of quality depth, the same with this squad. Both managers were criticized for their playstyles and philosophy, and United also didn't play in any European competitions that year, same as this one. Now, the boys actually ended up finishing 4th in the league that year, and I really don't think any Manchester United fan will be upset if that happens this time around. Ruben Amorim has definitely changed the culture around the club for the better, but I'm sure even he knows this is still a work in progress. Signing Benjamin Sesko and getting into talks with Carlos Baleba shows serious intent from Ineos to rectify the wrongs from the past year, so why am I keeping my cool? For one, I still have reservations about Sesko and the price we paid for him. His physical profile is impressive, a 6'5" pacey striker who has good close control, who's good in the air, and can be decent at linking play with first-time layoffs. Those attributes should translate well in the league. The issue for me is that we're essentially buying potential in an era of the club where we need players who are proven and clinical. Now, Sesko is a good goal scorer, but to play in this system requires more than just having a powerful shot and good finish. How he plays with his back to goal is important. His off-the-ball movement is important. And of course, his decision-making are all key to being a top striker at United. And Benjamin Sesko is still developing in these areas. I do think he can benefit greatly working alongside Cunha and Mbumo, players who can interchange across the front line and add variety in our attack, as Sesko can come short to receive the ball. And with Lisandro Martinez or Lenny Yoro's passing range, he can sprint in behind the defense and get on the end of some great long passes. His height will also cause trouble for the opposition, as he will often find himself occupying the center backs and should do well to get on the end of crosses. Sesko can still improve his consistency in 1v1 situations, his first touch, and obviously we know the added pressures of playing for Manchester United. We also know the difference in quality between the Premier League and the Bundesliga, so seeing how he fares against very physical defenders will be very interesting. Look, I want nothing more than for Sesko to hit the ground running, but what if he does require a longer adjustment period? Will Manchester United fans give him the patience that's required for him to get used to his new surroundings and obviously tougher opposition in the Premier League? Now, his price tag alone won't give him much time, so what do the fans say? And then there's Carlos Baleba, who would actually be the perfect midfield signing for not just Ruben Amorim but for Manchester United. He's a powerful and athletic midfielder who can drive forward with the ball and is extremely press resistant. He can also aid in our aggressive pressing actions, and he has the recovery speed and defensive positioning that Casemiro and Ugarte do not have. But once again, I do want to bring a sense of reason. Baleba is a game changer in the middle of the park, but there still has to be balance in this Manchester United side. The last time we had a game changer in the middle of the park, barring Bruno Fernandes, was Paul Pogba, and we saw how that turned out. Now obviously that was under a different set of circumstances and under a different manager and playstyle, but the pressure remains the same. That £100 million price tag is going to come with some extremely high expectations, and while we can all see his talent and potential, what will the media and fans say if he goes through a bad stretch of form just for a couple of games, or God forbid he gets injured for a couple of games? Manchester United's depth in that position specifically is practically non-existent. Even though we have Ugarte and Casemiro, it's not really the best options, especially in terms of squad depth competing against the top 6. Now, I do think Baleba to Manchester United is a formality. It's more of a case of I think it'll happen next season rather than this. So if we can't get Baleba this season, what are the short-term options that we should be looking for? Should we dip into the loan market and look at someone like Douglas Luiz? Or should we go for cheaper alternatives like Hayden Hackney and Agume that can replace or kind of do better than Casemiro and Ugarte? And what about Amadou Onana or Boubacar Kamara, who are Premier League proven options? There's so many different things that we could, kind of discuss and talk about in terms of who can fit into this midfield profile. But I know Manchester United fans at the end of the day want Baleba. That's the number one target for Amorim. That's the number one target for the fans. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are you thinking about Manchester United heading into the season? If they sign Baleba, do you honestly think that Manchester United can push for top 4? I still think with Baleba introduced into the squad, it's going to be a bit of an adjustment period. The team is still going to have to gel together. They're still going to have to learn their roles, especially since this is a taxing formation and system that Amorim wants his players to run and work hard, but also be clinical and effective. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know what you want to see more of before the Premier League starts. I have one more video coming out for you guys before the season starts, and I think you'll like it. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, God bless you guys, and man, have a great day.